Hello and welcome into this week's edition of the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Rewind show right here on Racing News Now. As always, I'm your host, Garth Allen. Thank you once again for joining me today. If this is your first time catching a Racing News Now video, consider going down below and hitting that subscribe button and ringing the bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing going forward from RNN. On today's edition of the Cup Rewind, we're looking back at Sunday's 18th annual Hollywood Casino 400. 267 laps, 400.5 miles around the 1.5-mile D-shaped Kansas Speedway in Kansas City, Kansas. Very tame race, especially for an elimination race. Only 3 cautions in this race for a total of 17 laps. The only one for anything that wasn't a stage break came in stage number 1 on lap 58 as the 24 of William Byron blew an engine and put fluid on the track. Other than that, the only cautions were for stage breaks. Stage 1 concluded at lap 80, as your Stage 1 winner was Joey Logano. Stage 2 concluded lap 160. Stage 2 win would go to Kevin Harvick. 11 lead changes on the day among 8 drivers. Joey Logano led the most laps with 100. 76 laps were led by Kevin Harvick. 44 went to Chase Elliott. 26 laps led by Brad Keselowski. 9 laps apiece went to Ryan Blaney and AJ Allmendinger. 2 laps led by Bubba Wallace, and 1 lap went to Ricky Stenhouse. All right, so let's get into your results for the Hollywood Casino 400. Chase Elliott held off a hard-charging Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson in the closing laps to pick up his 3rd career Cup Series victory, 3rd of this season, 3rd in the last 11 races. He went 2.5 years without winning a Cup race, and now he's won 3 in the last 11. Just incredible. You know, they always say once you win that first one, they tend to come easier after that, and Chase Elliott is proving that. But Kyle Busch came home in the 2nd position. Kyle Larson, 3rd place, was not enough for him to advance to the next round, and this would be his final race as a playoff contender this season. Eric Jones came home in 4th with Martin Truex Jr. rounding out the top 5. Rest of your top 10, Brad Keselowski in 6th and Ryan Blaney in 7th, both getting eliminated today as well. Joey Logano in 8th, Alex Bowman 9th, also got eliminated today. That's your 4 drivers getting eliminated. And Eric Almirola rounded out the top 10. 11th through 20th, a couple more playoff contenders down here. Kevin Harvick, after being very fast early, 2nd in the first stage, 1st in the second stage, leading a total of 76 laps, came home in the 12th position. Clint Bowyer, not super fast today either, 13th on the day for Clint Bowyer. Denny Hamlin there in the 14th position. Kurt Busch's playoff hopes are still alive even after an 18th place finish. 21st through 30th, Jimmy Johnson down here in the 22nd position. Daniel Suarez, 24th. Bubba Wallace in that 26th position. And down here, 31st through 40th, final page. Paul Menard there in the 32nd position. And William Byron, after blowing that engine, came home in the 38th position. So that's your results from the Hollywood Casino 400. Now let's head over to the Media Center. We'll see what Chase and your other top finishers on the day had to say after this one.
It was a good day for us. You know, just had to make sure we had a solid day here to make sure that we got into the next round and being able to do a good job of that. So this is a 1.5 mile racetrack, which is Texas and Homestead. So it's important to be good at these places, especially here, I feel like, because it's getting more similar to Homestead, closer to there. And of course, you know, also with just Texas being a fast 1.5 mile, there's some tendencies that are similar. But good day. You know, we had a great race there at the end. We were trying to chase down Chase, and we were close. We got kind of there, and then just the car died out. Just didn't have any more to go. So I was afraid that was going to happen. But good day for us.
Yeah, it was a good race for us. We were we were really loose. The second run of the race, and we just kept tightening it up until we got it to a good spot and where I could run the wall comfortably. So, you know, once I was able to move up and, you know, have some sort of security up top, I was better, but still just too loose for the short runs. But about, I don't know, halfway through the run, it would finally tighten up and I could go better. But track was just so fast. Even the runs where I felt like I was good, you just can't make up any time because there's everybody's quick, and then when you're faster than somebody, you just get stuck. I held Kyle up for like 100 laps, just running hard, and I think the cool conditions just made it kind of tough to pass today.
Yeah, it was a really fun day. Felt like I'll leave that alone. Felt like Friday and Saturday were kind of decent, and wasn't real sure about today, and started the race, and the car drove really nice, and we're way closer to the competition, I thought, than what we were yesterday, which was encouraging. And felt like if we could get some track position and get in front of some of those guys, I felt like we'd have a shot. And obviously got lucky with Kevin's misfortune there. I wish we could have raced him straight up to see who was better. I felt like we were fairly close to him that second to last run. I'm not sure how hard he was trying or not, but obviously being behind him, I was working pretty hard to try to keep up and just be close if an opportunity arose. And luckily it worked out.
And we'll take a look at your playoff grid before wrapping up here tonight. And we are now into the round of 8 with Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson, and Alex Bowman all getting eliminated today in Kansas. That leaves these 8 drivers. And it's very close here at the cutoff line, not surprisingly. Not surprisingly, also, your top 3 are the big 3 because they amass so many playoff points over the course of this season. Kyle Busch sitting with a 40-point gap to the cutoff. Kevin Harvick with a 39-point cushion on that cutoff line, which is Clint Bowyer. So they're sitting fairly pretty right now. Truex has 23 points on the cutoff. That's still pretty good for him as well. But then you've got Chase Elliott down here currently in 4th after his 5 extra playoff points. He is 3 points to the good over Bowyer, Logano, and Kurt Busch, all tied 3 points behind Elliott. And then it's a few points back here to Almirola, who is 12 points below the cutoff. So what this tells me is the same thing we've kind of been seeing all season. Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, unless they have a really bad round, which I don't see either one of these two having a really bad round, they're probably pretty set for Homestead. I mean, we're talking almost a full race on the cutoff for both of them already, and we haven't even started this round. So they've pretty well just got to be consistent through this round, and they're pretty well set for Homestead. Truex doesn't have quite the gap they do, but he's got a bit of a cushion to play with here. Elliott, Bowyer, Logano, Kurt Busch, all very close here for that last transfer spot to Homestead. And then you've got Eric Almirola back here, 12 points back as well. The thing about it is, though, it just takes one of these guys, Elliott, Bowyer, Logano, Kurt Busch, Almirola. All it takes is one of these guys, or even 2 of them, winning one of these races in this next round, Martinsville, Texas, or Phoenix. And all of a sudden, this is not as crystal clear as we think it is. Really, right now, unless something weird happens, we've probably only got one open slot going to Homestead. Because really, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex are pretty well set for this unless something weird happens. Again, you never know until we actually run the race. That's why we run the races, because we don't know what's going to happen. But if the past is any indication, this we've really got one open playoff spot here. So it'd be interesting to see how this plays out in this round. This could completely get turned on its head. So, it'll be interesting to watch here going forward. I'm excited to see exactly what happens here with these 8 playoff drivers, because I don't think this is as set as we think it is. We would like to think that this is set and we know what's going to happen, but I don't think this is as set as we think it is. We'll see what happens in these next 3 races. I'm excited to see it. But that will do it tonight for us on the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Rewind show. We had an Xfinity Rewind go up, I guess it was early this morning. for their race yesterday from Kansas on Saturday. ARCA Rewind still in the works. We're working to get some extra interviews on there than we normally have. We're going to push that back to Monday evening. It'll probably go live sometime shortly after pole position. But it is definitely something that you'll want to see because it's the last race of the year. We're trying to up what we usually do with this and not just have a winner interview. We're trying to get more than one driver on here. So we will see what exactly happens with that. We've already got a couple lined out. We're working on getting the others lined up to do them tomorrow as well. So whatever we have, it will go up Monday night. I'm going to say probably 9 p.m. is probably a good time for that. It'll probably be sometime there, like I said, shortly after pole position. So keep an eye out for that. But it should be multiple drivers, their thoughts on the final race of the season at Kansas. I can't say exactly who yet because we don't have them all lined up yet. But we do have the winner, and we do have at least one more. So that is something to look forward to on the ARCA Rewind Monday night, probably shortly after pole position. But like I said, pole position will be up tomorrow night as well, 8 p.m. to recap all 3 races from Kansas, as well as Formula One from Circuit of the Americas at Austin. So lots happening for pole position this week. And then we've got Martinsville next weekend, as well as Mexico for F1. Martinsville, that'll be Trucks and Cup Series. And K&N West, their season finale at Bakersfield next weekend. So lots of stuff going on next weekend as well for us to talk about. So keep an eye out for that. And if you haven't seen it already, there's a link down below in the description. We announced our 100 subscriber giveaway on Friday, live from Kansas Speedway with Venturini Motorsports. It is a really cool piece. You got to go down and see it. Very easy to enter to win. There's only like 3 steps to it. Just subscribe, like that video, comment your favorite Venturini Motorsports driver. Very simple, but it will not be given away until we hit that 100 subscriber mark. So the quicker we get there, the quicker you have a chance to win this really cool one-of-a-kind piece that I'm really excited about, the fact that we have it to give away. So tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your sister, tell your girlfriend, tell your boyfriend, whatever. If they're not already subscribed, come on here and subscribe, like that video, comment. And the quicker we get to 100 subscribers, the quicker we give it away. And you might possibly have it as a really cool piece for your collection. So definitely go check that out. Like I said, link down below in the description. If you haven't done it already, though, you need to hit that subscribe button so we get to 100 subscribers quicker, and ring that bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing going forward from RNN. And hit that big thumbs up button if you like the video. It is much appreciated when you do. So with that, this has been the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Rewind show. I'm Garth Allen for Racing News Now.